Hey everyone, Jizup here, and welcome to another instance of the Undertale and Deltarune newsletter. This is the summer 2024 version, and luckily, we start with a Deltarune progress update. Thank God. Or I guess in this case, dog. I mean, he's sitting in the basket right there for crying out loud. I mean, hi everyone. I guess we jump straight into it. I mean, all we got to lose. Deltarune progress update. Hi everyone. Deltarune Chapter 4 is making great overall progress. At the time of writing this the 13th of the 23rd of July 2024. All the maps are done, all battles are playable. Only 2 cutscenes need small improvements, 1 battle needs to be balanced, and visuals need to be completed, 1 battle needs a better background, 2 battles are having their ending sequences improved. There's still some things to fix and places to polish. 3 of my friends were able to play through the entirety of the unfinished Chapter 4. All of them liked them. All of them liked it and didn't have any major criticisms. Phew! Except for one friend who kept mentioning that I should name all the chairs because of the existence of Cherry, and implies that all the other chairs should have names as well. I'm probably not going to do that. I'm not sure if Chapter 2 is still the longest chapter, but Chapter 3 and 4 together are definitely longer than Chapter 1 and 2 combined. Wow. Thinking about that is kind of crazy. Yeah, it is. The initial development of Chapter 5 is also progressing steadily. Most of the team is still focusing on Chapter 4, but a few people are going ahead and creating an initial draft of Chapter 5's maps, working on bullet patterns, etc. Oh, this looks cool. So what? Chapter 4 is basically playable minus some polish. Honestly, this looks really cool. So it must seem like Chapter 3 and 4 are going to come out really soon, right? Actually, the release is still far away. We've gotten 3 months closer, but it's still far. Why? Why? How does that horrible, despair-inducing, teeth-gnashing fact that keeps me up at night make any sense at all? I want them out now! Well, I tell you. Huh. Right, that's one of the mini metatons from the attacks and whatnot. What's left before release? That's right. Creating the chapters is only the first step. Releasing the chapters is a whole other ordeal. Oh, it's fiery Ralsei plus dark candies. Looks cool. It wouldn't be such a big deal if the game was free, but since this is going to be our first big paid release since Undertale, we really have to take the extra time to make sure it's perfect. Our goal is simultaneous console and PC releases in both English and Japanese. So what do we have to do? Well, it's long, so click below if you're curious. Alright, guess I'll cut back in a second. And we're back! That really was just a second, huh? Quests to release Chapter 3 and 4. Quest 1, Guinea Pig Syndrome. That's right, the first quest we have to clear regardless of any way that we want to release anything. We have to be the guinea pig for a brand new function of Game Maker. Yes, Yo-Yo Games, the creators of our ancient Game Maker, are adding a special new function to it just for us. There's a new command for Game Maker called Game Change. It allows you to separately launch different games you have created in Game Maker and even works on console. This means that we can create each chapter as an independent game project and swap between them using this function. For chapters 1 and 2 demo, we initially committed the strange act of smashing both chapters together into one game project. It wasn't such an issue with only 2 chapters, but as the game progresses, doing something like that will become more and more troublesome. Here's the kind of trouble that could arise if we didn't have game change. When editing the combined project, we wouldn't know if anything during the process might have inadvertently anything at any point in the game, so each time we patched any chapter, we would have to test all the chapters over again. Game Maker would potentially be slow to run the game with content on the scale of 3 chapters or more. On the player side, initial loading of the game would potentially take longer and longer as we add more chapters. Anyway, the point is, with this command, we have a solution to all those issues, with one caveat. This new function is, well, brand new. It has never been tested broadly on many computers and platforms before. Therefore, we would soon like to ask you for your help testing it. It's estimated GameMaker will be updated with the new command within the next 2 weeks. Sorry. That time we will put out a version of Chapter 1 and 2 that uses it along with some more detailed instructions about testing. For future updates on this topic, just keep your eyes on the official Undertale Twitter. Yeah. In the case you don't have a Twitter account, I'm happy for you. Thank you. It's item. Quest 2. Make the console versions. Since our goal is to simultaneous console and PC release, we will have to make console versions of Chapter 3 and 4. It's no problem to get the game running on console at this point, but making sure there's no differences or bugs between the console and PC version will take a bit of time. Each console manufacturer has their own special rules and standards, so we will have to update the game to reflect those things appropriately. We will begin focusing on this as a PC version. Sorry again, it's reaching completion. I don't know why I'm so tired. Why I'm yawning this much. Quest 3, Legend of Localization. Hey, that's the book! My friend has that. Cute. And I suppose, guess that means kawaii? Kawaii. As I mentioned, we're aiming for a simultaneous English and Japanese release. After all, it would be pretty strange if only the first 2 chapters had Japanese and the third and fourth ones didn't. At this point, getting the Japanese script in the game is trivial, but the localizations and timing of Japanese text all need many small adjustments to make it just as good as the English works, because there's always some lines we forget to hand over for translation. Chapter 3's localization already amazing. Chapter 3's localization is already amazing. Now that I can read all the Japanese, I've been able to personally review every single line oftentimes. The phrasing in the English is very vague, so I try to clarify everything I can for the translation team. I know localization isn't something that interests most people that much. But then I begin speaking so fast. I guess I'll slow down for a little bit. But I'm really proud. Original creators are very rarely involved in the translation process of their works this closely. Reading the Japanese and English versions side by side could be a great way to study, although ruled card might make you stupider. Alina, hey, it's the enemies we saw! The weather girl who really makes it rain, with water though. El Nino system being alone, water, ice. Water, ice, huh? That's our. Is that the first time there's a water element? That's a water element? Must be paired with, darkness or something. Because those two have a connection. But dark was associated with star. But ice we've seen before. Chris, get ready for another fight. Chris, get ready for another fight. Quell your mouth, my dearest Bimbito. We're just here for the snacks. Oh ho. Or oh ho ho. You want some treats of the trade? Ginger guard, a steel bangle tempered by extreme flame. Its shape is humanoid in nature. Look, I punched through a guy. A bigger one could make Chris. Shadow guy. Attack, defense. Battling's just a side gig. Playing on the stage is a dream. Playing on stage is a dream. Attack 10, defense 11? That's an I, right? What is this, defense? Imaginary? That'd be weird. Anyway, the localizations of Chapter 4 will need to be completed before the chapter's release. By the time you read this, I hope we have already started. I think the characters will be easier to localize than chapters 2 or 3, so hopefully it will be smooth. Quest 4, Bug Hunting. Oh, because Viricune is a virus, which has many similarities to bug, because they're both like wrong things. That's just bugs, viruses, similarities. Releasing a game properly can mean trying to hunt down every major bug you can find. Fortunately, we have a dedicated company that will test our game and help. A group of professionals will play the game cumulatively hundreds of times in both English and Japanese and on every console. Of course, we can't do this until everything else is finished. After all, any change to a project could inadvertently cause an issue. For example, making changes for console could make bugs. Why am I yawning so much? For example, making changes for console could make bugs on PC, making changes for Japanese could make bugs for English, etc. So this will be one of the final steps. Quest 5, even more! And there's a few more things to think about too. Get the game reviewed by Ratings Board, ESRB, Peggy, Zero. Complete the soundtrack and get it ready for release. Make the trailer and release materials, and more. Putting it together. So, these are the main steps for getting chapters 3 and 4 ready for release. The order looks kind of like this. Testing new functions soon. Complete untested chapter 4 English PC version, console port Japanese version, and other stuff. Bug testing, release. We'll let you know of the progress of each of these things going forward. That's it for this page. Alright, that was very cool, very complicated, and makes me think of, like, later than I'd expect. Or, I guess I expected it kinda later than... kinda late anyway. I'll talk about my theories on when this chapter is gonna release later in the video. Probably near the end. But until then, I think I'm just gonna switch back to the rest of the newsletter. Alright, see ya. Alright, and we're back again. Now with some closing thoughts. What's going on there? Thank you guys so much for your patience. I am monumentally thankful to everyone still waiting while we get over this final hill before the release of chapters 3 and 4. With the progress on chapter 5, I'm feeling confident that once chapters 3 and 4 come out, the release schedule for the following chapters will be a lot smoother. It's still gonna take a good while to get there, but once we do, you'll never have to wait so long for a chapter ever again. I was like 1.5 years instead of 3. 3-year update cycle? That'd be nice. Maybe a 1-year update cycle. That'd be super nice for the last 3 chapters. By the way, one more unrelated thing. That Mam's chest. It's Hololive again. This time Camellia and I created a song for the legendary pirate Hosho Marine. It's got an amazing music video, so check it out. You probably should. Marina's desires was for us to create a boss song about her. A serious, intense song that doesn't pull any gags at all. As a song reference for this, they sent me Megalovania. aka the most memed song ever. Anyway, I tried my best to make something cool. Marine's basic concept for the story was about her fighting with a ghost version of herself. Camellia and I actually ended up fleshing out the story concept while writing the song, and it ended up being used as a basis for the video. Some of my creative highlights include there's a moment where the two Marines' faces come close in the middle of a battle, Ghost Marine's special attacks, and the plot twist. Alright, now it's time to set sail. I'll try to give another update in September. September already? Not even in October. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna check this out, though. I don't know if I'm gonna go through the hassle of putting it in at the end, like, in the background of it anymore, like I did last time. I mean, that would be nice, but I kind of want this video out soon. But I'll put it in the description for you guys. And I'm definitely gonna listen to it. Also, Spamton being roasted. Spamton being roasted. This is just hilarious. Oh, I can download it. Neat. Anyway, I would like to quickly explain my theories on when this chapter is coming out. Basically, so far, we've had a 3-year update cycle. Undertale came out in 2015. 3 years later, 2018, we got Deltarune Chapter 1. Both specifically in the fall. Undertale like mid-September and Deltarune Chapter 1 on Halloween. Then 3 years later, with the 6-year anniversary of Undertale, 6 is a very important number, Deltarune lore, Deltarune Chapter 2 came out, and, well, the 3-year update cycle continued. Again, it was released in the fall. I think, again, sometime in October, though I don't exactly remember when. There's also, what was it again? Yeah. It was in 2021 where Deltarune Chapter 2 came out, and now it's 3 years from then, 2024. I'm thinking it's gonna happen in this fall. If we get an update in September, it's probably going to be the last update before Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 comes out. That's what I think. I think that likely on Halloween, likely either on Halloween night, will it either be released or announced? Probably announced, seeming from the language of this video, but maybe that's when it'll be released. I'm definitely thinking a late fall, like October 30th, 31st, or later. That's what I'm thinking. I'm definitely thinking we're definitely getting it this year. Probably. I think, since he set the deadline, Toby Fox set an internal deadline quite a while ago, I think that he set it for late fall. This year. Wasn't it more of the game being done? Because as far as I know, it'll be like maybe a week or two until the game itself is like done, at least the English PC version. And then he has like 3 months to complete everything else. Now, 3 months. Now it's a lot of stuff to do, but 3 months is quite a long while. And honestly, if anyone could do it, it's probably Toby Fox, let's be honest. So, I'm thinking either Halloween or sometime in November. September will be the last newsletter before it gets officially released. That I'm 99% sure on. And I'm like 80% sure Halloween or November. That's when it's gonna come out. Chapters 3 and 4. It might be sometime next winter instead. I don't know for sure, but I think that's gonna be what's happening. There's also another announcement I need to make real quick. And that's you might have heard, but I've been live streaming. Not like a short while ago, I live streamed me reading Homestuck live on stream. And I want to make more. I really loved it. It was fantastic. I loved it. So, there's another stream tomorrow, the 1st of August, 2024, at 2 p.m. UTC. That's when I'm going to be live streaming again. I hope to see you all there. And until then, until next time, cheers up.